Good morning, everybody. Today is the 8th of September, 2010, and as you know, my name is Josiah, and I'm 47 years old and transitioning from female to male. I have done a couple of videos and realized that I never gave you a proper introduction to me and to who I am and why it is that I am transitioning from female to male. So hopefully I'll be able to get a short clip in here and give you a chance to meet me and know a little bit about me. As I said, I'm 47 years old. I live in a tiny little grease spot of a town in southwestern Oregon. I've been here for a little over a year, and it has taken me a while to adjust to country living, having spent over 20 years living in Denver, Colorado. The one question I'm most frequently asked is, how long have you been transitioning? My answer is, I've been transitioning my whole life, which is true because I can't remember a day of my life when I haven't woken up in the morning and felt like a man. I haven't seen myself any other way. My recollection of there being something wrong was probably around the age of 4, maybe 6. And that's when I realized that my outward anatomy did not match who I was on the inside. If you need a technical answer, I'd say that my transition began in November of 2009. I wasn't able to transition while in the Air Force because that's a big no-no, and you just kind of get booted out. And I didn't want to take that risk. I wanted to have some security with a retirement. So I waited until I retired from the Air Force to actually begin transition. Now, if you ask me if my need to transition was a life or death matter, my answer would have to be no. I had done quite well living as a man my entire life, but it didn't satisfy my need to really be a man. So there was really no question. Do I transition or do I do something drastic and take my own life? That wasn't an option. I will say that it did impact my health, especially in the last 3 to 4 years of my Air Force career. That, along with PTSD, took its toll on my body, and I had a lot of health problems. I won't discuss those at this point in time, but we can talk about it later. When I knew I was going to be retiring, I started doing some really heavy research into transitioning from female to male. So I spent almost a year doing some heavy-duty research and making sure that this is really what I needed to do to feel complete. And then in January of this year, I started putting all my ducks in a row to start transition. The first thing I did was have a hysterectomy, and I did that because it is the one single organ that identifies a female as female. The ability to carry a child. So without a uterus, I was able to feel more like a man. I then went through my therapy sessions and yes, I do have GID, gender identity dysphoria, and my therapist cleared me to start testosterone hormone replacement therapy. I started that in May of this year, May 12th. So I'm well on my way to transition to becoming who I really need to be. And I think this is probably the happiest I've been in my entire life. And the changes that I'm going through are just fascinating and exciting. And I just can't describe the overwhelming joy and happiness that I feel, because now I truly get to be who I think and know I was meant to be. It's just a relief. It's a weight that's been lifted off my shoulders. My health is much better now, knowing that I'm finally getting to be the man that I was meant to be. If you have any questions for me, well, then, of course, you can leave them in the comments or post them on my YouTube profile page. You can also post questions on my Facebook page. In ending this, I also want to say that I'd like to do some more videos on other topics. There are trainloads of transitional update videos out there for FTMs, and they're pretty much all the same. You know, I've been on T 4 months, I've been on T 8 months, I've been on T a year. I have this much hair, and well, you can only talk about body hair so much before it really gets old. So if you have ideas for other topics you'd like me to talk about, I am open to suggestion. Please let me know. Some topics I should be able to handle quite well without any problem, and others I will have to do a little research on, because I want to make sure that the information that I am giving you is valid and truthful. But I do want to provide videos that are educational, more than just, hey, you know, I have 5 new hairs on my chest, or you know, I got identified as a man today. I want to do something that would be beneficial for our community. So if you have ideas, please let me know. Until then, happy transitioning.